Mad Jock. We did. Stanley Kowalski, welcome back. The trailer about to use 10% longer than one you've been using. You will get really wide and late swing to get into past turns, TSD. Flippin' heck. It is actually massive. Oh my god. Mr. Cameron, how you doing, sir? Do you know what? The length of this trailer is ridiculously unnecessary. You're rusty at the giveaways, Shoot Bandits. You're rusty at spelling, sir. Oh. Are we going right here? Look how much this is going to cut. Oh my god. That is insane. Straight over the grass. Is a space a letter? No, it's a character in the character table, but it's not a letter. You don't write a space. It's the absence of anything else. Well, I'll get to the end of the road and we'll draw some winners. Enter Deco, welcome back. And hopefully the chatbot won't crash.
Welcome back, Nutter.
The axle counts as a maximum weight limit of £199,000. Sounds like a mortgage. Goodbye. Well, I hope you had a nice sleep, Johnny Richer. Oh boy. If I was in that car, I'd probably have the car already in reverse gear. Like, yeah! Okay, let's draw some winners. Right, I have 5 to draw. It's about the same number back in, so let's go. Okay, so the first special transport winner, or rather the 6th one, is Nandez. Congratulations, Nandez. You've won the 6th key out of 10 for the ATS special transport. I just need to whisper a mod to claim your key, Nandez. The 7th key is going to Hauser Risto. Mr. Hauser Risto has won the 7th key. Congratulations, Hauser Risto. The 8th key is going to Sir Conway. Congrats, Sir Conway. Whisper a mod if you win. The 9th key is going to Mrs. Frosty, who never wins. Do you remember? Do you remember in chat when she said, I never win? And I said, a lot of people say that. Well, she just won. And the 10th, final key is going to Luca 2013. Congratulations, Luca 2013. So, if you win, just message a mod. Do you know, Mrs. Frosty winning has probably made Baz even more angry. Congratulations if you won. Enjoy your key, and thank you once again to SCS for gifting me those keys to give to you guys. So GG to SCS. Let's get back into the game and do some more driving. Pinky Slinky Dinky, 14 months. I like that Mudrunner spin tie you did on YouTube. Any plans on a stream or more Mudrunner on YouTube? Not sure at the moment, Pinky. I think the 3rd part's got to go out yet, hasn't it? Oh, was it this morning? For some reason I thought it went out tomorrow. Chopper Gunner 98, thank you very much for subbing, sir. Welcome to the Net House. Thank you for the nutty welcome, guys. Right, so that is the Poppy Special Edition Squirrel Logistics skin, which is in the mod workshop, in Paulie's mod workshop. Paulie missed it. Paulie did the skin for me. Can I go through the options on the dash? What, these? I'll try. Fuel, cruise control, oil and water temperature in Celsius, interesting. Economy, miles per gallon. Back to fuel. That's a lot. I would have thought they'd have put the temperatures in Fahrenheit for the American audience. Oh, well, you have to be Basil Brush, don't you? You have to be. Well, vanilla, it's not 89 Fahrenheit, is it, for oil temperature? Let's be honest. Depends on your settings. Oh, you think it's taking it from my regional settings on my game? So because I'm saying I want temperatures in... Right, I see. Okay, that would make sense. It's configuring it for me in my game. That's a long queue behind us. Are coming down. How long will 133 experimental be? We have no idea because they have never done it before. Faz, how about we say no spoilers, thanks? Well, thanks for letting me know. I was going to watch that later. Well, it will roam, but they've never done... Like, normally what happens with the experimental at this stage is it goes to the senior testing team, and then it goes to just the kind of the rest of the testing team, and then it goes to public beta. Well, they've done this. They've never done this before. I'm sure it is WH, but I would... Come on, it was a given. Dude, let's just keep it really, really simple. Don't post spoilers, right? Ever. Just don't post spoilers. And then nobody gets upset. Whether it's predictable or not, I'd rather just not have spoilers in chat. Not just for me, but for everybody's sake. Like, it's been a chat rule for a long time, just because a lot of people get upset by it. No problem. Handy Hammy, 16 months, another month down, enjoying the Mudrunner videos at the moment. Thank you, dude. Yeah, if anybody has won a game, you need to whisper a mod. If you want a key, whisper a mod. If you don't claim it, then I'll give it away next week. So you need to get on that. -4? No way is it getting down to -4 tonight. Let me have a look. I don't believe it. Chelmsford. It's going to get down to 9 Celsius tonight. What are you talking about? It doesn't go down to below 6 all week. He's braking. Why is he braking? I don't know why he's braking. Why are you braking? You scumbag. What is going on? What was that about? Director, I have no idea where you are. Why does the patrol car brake test me? You're hopefully getting your Duke of Edinburgh award tomorrow. Congrats, Creeper. You saw using the phone, lol. Dr. D, 21 months. I'm not saying that the Foundation stream is relaxing, but it knocked me out twice and I had to watch the VOD. How do I take that, Dr. D? Do I take that in a good way? Or do I take that as I put you to sleep twice? I don't know. I take it you're a boiler fixer, Handy Hammy. As a compliment, okay. Welcome, drummer dude. Very soothing game. I think I said that when people were asking me what do I think about it, and I said it's a very relaxing game. But I think maybe once they start bringing combat into it, and you know, you're having to go on, get soldiers and do things combat-y, and you get attacked, at that point it won't be quite so soothing. Changing lane. I think they've all been claimed by the look of it. All the keys have been claimed. Medieval is never without combat, that's true. Good night, Mark Sterling. You think it will not be combat per se? I don't know, Captain Flint. I can see, because you can build walls, I can honestly see characters running up and beating on your wall and slaying your peasants. I can see proper combat. Delivering my new CPU cooler. What, this? Is that's Whiteland's CPU cooler. He said he was buying an AMD again, so we're sending him a big water cooler. Oh, Whiteland. He's brake testing me again. Mom, he's brake testing me again. Shots fired. See, this is where the, like, you know how in America they often use the brake lights as indicators? This is where it really, really breaks down. Because those red lights are flashing so often that if they were like the amber lights flashing, then when the red lights come on, my eye will notice it straight away. But because the red lights are constantly flashing, your eye doesn't spot that they're on continuously as quickly as you would if they were amber lights. I've never been a fan of the bright light thing. I think they should have amber lights and that's that. That's just a personal opinion. Northern Alex is playing Skylines, guys. I'm stalking him. What's the logical reason to not use amber lights though? Like every other country uses amber lights. What's the good reason to not do that? To overuse the red light? Dude, just... What are you doing? What are you doing? Just change lane. What are you doing? Why you do this? Wait, he's got an amber light. That was the worst lane change. He had an amber light. Did you see that? The lobby's trying to change indicators to amber in the US. I think they should, but the rest of the world does it. It just makes more sense to me. I mean, car designers, old law, car designers, you know. If you listen to car designers, you'd still have the Rolls-Royce winged, like, woman on the front, so that when you get hit as a passenger, as a pedestrian, you go over it and get seriously injured. You know, you'd still have all these things that injure you but look nicer. I can't carry the fan for this thing as well. That's a separate delivery. I think it's Imperial Measurements, J Blue, right? It's very hard for a country to change from one measure or weight system to another. It takes generations to achieve that. Something like this is a simple legislation change and then new cars have it. You know, it very quickly disappears and nobody has to try hard to do it. BK444 with 44 months. Dude, you didn't pick up on your name, look. BK44, you've got 44 months. That's pretty unique for you. What's more accurate, Celsius or Fahrenheit? I don't think accuracy is the overriding factor. Accuracy has little to do with it. It's like, you know, why don't we use Kelvin? Well, because in normal temperatures on Earth, it's a very stupid scale to use, right? Because we'd be like, oh, it's pretty nippy. It's plus 271 Celsius Kelvin today. Ooh, that sounds bad. It's not a matter of accuracy. it did, Dr. D. Fahrenheit got changed. Like, you know, my parents were still very much Fahrenheit, whereas my generation was very much Celsius. Like I say, it takes generational changes to achieve that. Celsius helps to make things more visual because, you know, water freezes at 0, boils at 100. Like, it's a very intuitive scale in that sense. And it also lines up rather nicely with the Kelvin scale. It's just offset by 274 approx. Oh my god, why are you brake testing me again? What on earth? Every time we come up to one of these junctions, why can't he just keep a consistent speed? What's more accurate numbers or letters? Z. That's Z for you American friends. Hey, look at that car. Nice. Classic pickup. Air directions to patrol cars blocking on the ramps is bugged. Your escort will slow down when the car's in front because the police on the side of the road. He's going to do it again, isn't he? Like, why are they slowing down? What's that about? Why is that green car trying to do an insurance scam? Even I saw that. Oh my god, he's doing it again. Because there's a cop. Well, what? Because we're doing 40 miles an hour? Uh-huh. We're catching him up. It's just insane how many axles this thing has. It's like they made the trailer for it and then somebody went, why don't you just put another dolly on the back? Why? Well, because it'll look really cool. Okay. Everybody does that, Bandita Slayer. That always makes me laugh. You remember I went out Saturday morning, right? So I was travelling down the A12 and there was a car in front of me and we were going along, we were doing 70, it's 70 limit, we're doing 70, and then like up ahead we see a cop car who's doing about 65, so we gradually start to approach him at 70. Of course, the next thing that happens is the car in front of me moves over to tuck in behind the police car because he ain't going to overtake him, even though he's doing the speed limit. So I'm like, So I move over as well, and I sit behind this car that's sitting behind this police car. And then in my mirror, I see a BMW approaching. Probably about 15, 20 miles an hour more than me. So it's doing at least 85, 90. And I'm thinking, this is going to be amusing. At what point, I'm looking in my mirror, I'm thinking, at what point is he going to clock this police car? How observant is he? Because the moment he does, he'll suddenly slow down. I knew it was coming. So I was watching my mirror, and honestly, he was almost on top of me. It was like pulling up alongside me before he finally clocked the police car. Because I was thinking he's going to go blasting through. And he didn't. He come right up down the side of me, and then all of a sudden, in my mirrors, he stopped closing and suddenly backed off, and then pulled up behind me. I was like, yeah, son. Saw that one coming. There's just no way he was going to overtake. Driving down the road thinking, why is everybody going so slow? 6-4. Love the recent My Summer Car content. All the best in the run up to Christmas. Thank you, 6-4. Joe Baker Boy, 35 months. Great streams as always. Glad to be a nutter. Thank you, Joe Baker Boy. Uh-oh, slow down coming. You're almost on 3 years, Acorn. I thought I'd read that for some reason, though, excuse me. I thought you were delivering a new PC for Lord Socky for the next Overkill stream. Oh, burn. Just kidding if he's watching. Nah, he'll have just finished watching the Formula 1 with Dre, probably. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. It's an SSD he needs. Oh, MP, it's shocking, bro. It's shocking. Like, just south of Chelmsford, the A12 is 3 lanes and then it drops to 2. And it's absolutely unbelievable how many people sit in that 3rd lane that is labelled from about 800 yards. It says lane closing, and it shows you the lane closing, and they just keep going down it. 600 yards, they keep going down it, not moving over. 400 yards, everybody in the middle lane is closing up because they don't want them to just dive down and jump in. 200 yards, they're still in the lane. And you're like, at what point are you going to get out of this lane that is closing? And they literally leave it to the very end and cut somebody up. It happens all the time. And then they act all shocked like, oh my god, why is this lane suddenly closed? Have you read any signs? Jules, you know what I'm going to say? We're not there yet, Jules. Nearly there, but we're not there yet. Thanks to the bitch, Jules. You know, if it's lane closure for roadworks, but this is a road it's permanent like that. It's just unbelievable. Joe Alex says 5 times. At least 5 times I've seen you post the same message. At some point I was wondering if you're actually going to request rather than just telling me to do something. Well, I'll see where this goes. Platinum Buddy, welcome. When it comes to speeding, I was told 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine. I'm not sure how true that is. Uh-oh. Snowship, I think that's all it is, mate. A lot of them don't clock the sign, but most of them are just trying to jump ahead. Can I please do more trucking diaries? Maybe. You agree it's important to be one car in front. It's small victories. I had the cabin sounds turned up a little bit, yeah. Eat more pineapple. How random's that? Diesel Gamer, I think I've only ever had sub-only mode on maybe twice, and that was for like 5 minutes because some stuff was kicking off. Well, that was years ago. We've not had to do sub-only mode for a long time, and largely that's just down to having great mod team, in all honesty. I mean, two things. One, I have a very good community, so the only people who get trolley are like people who wander in just because they want to troll. And secondly, because if they do wander in, they'll get dealt with anyway. So we don't need sub-only mode. I mean, if I was to play Fortnite and get at least 5,000 viewers, that'd be a different story, right? I'm not bad, Miko. You've got to be up by 5 tomorrow, Callum. Good luck with that, mate. Boyle, Sims will still be here when these Battleground games have gone, stop being a flash in the pan. That is a banana Yazoo truck, that is. Look at that. That is yellow. And then some. Wow. Lupo, welcome back. JKM, welcome back. 26 miles left on the job. Every single junction we get brake tested. I really hope they fix this. Truck Sim 2025. Whoa, what is that? That's lime green. Aaron, have a good one, sir. Faz, apology was accepted earlier. It's fine. Let's move on. Highway code suggests that you should not early merge and that you should instead zip merge at the end of the lane. The highway code is like, you know what it's like? It's like a theory. The idea that people zip merge in practice doesn't happen. Not on UK roads. Nah. If you're in one lane and the lane next to you is closing down, you know that people are going to come barreling down there to jump spaces on you. So the next thing that happens is your lane closes ranks to stop that from happening. That's not a zip merge. It's just competitive driving. But what they do is they go too fast. They leave themselves no option. They rely on somebody moving over to let them in, otherwise they'll have a nasty accident. It's just very aggressive and silly driving. In a perfect world, all the lanes would be in use and then you'd zip merge just like the highway code, but that is not what happens. And one of the reasons it's so bad in the UK is because it's not taught. It's not taught or practiced. Sutty, welcome back. Thank you, Dr. Dre, for gifting a sub to Sutty. UK driving test is too easy. If you speak to 17, 18-year-olds who's just passed their test and say, do you think that was too easy? What do you think they'll say? And then if you took some like 40-year-old, 50-year-old and made them do the UK driving test, what do you think would happen? No, it's not, Jens, and it should be. It's part of the exam in Netherlands. It's also part of the course in Germany. But in the UK, it's not taught, which is a large problem on the roads, I think. That can't be good, can it, Boudreaux? I'm going to assume that we're going straight on, but I don't like the look of this, actually. Okay. Nope. This is going to be fun. Yikes. Truck and bike awareness, yeah. I've said it before though, Impy, like, it's no good that you just pass your test and then that's it for life. I really don't think that's a good idea. Like, the rules, driving regulations, standards are always changing, and yet for some reason, you pass your test and you're done. There should be, like, driver training every few years. That's how you improve safety. Not by putting cameras up and catching people out and stuff. Educate them properly. Is that not triggering though? Why are you not triggering? This could be a problem. Random. Training means spending money. No, you just get, you pass the cost on. You just mandate it that every 5 years you have to go on a training course that costs 100 quid. You just mandate it. Or you don't get your license renewed. It's that simple. If you go on a speed awareness course in the UK, you get 3 points on your license and £100 fine, or you get £100 fine and go on a speed awareness course, right? So either way, you're paying 100 quid. It's whether you want 3 points or a speed awareness course. Every 5 years, there should be a few hours in the classroom, going over highway codes, going over new stuff, new signs, new symbols, new speed limits, whatever, and you pay to do it. And it should be part of your test. Like, that's the only way to properly improve driver standards. Modern cars are way safer than they ever were. I mean, you've got, like, a modern car has got built-in electric brake, like built-in braking, hasn't it? If it detects a vehicle in front, you're going to hit it. It applies the brakes. You know, the braking efficiency is way better than it was 50 years ago. Tire, like, everything. But the drivers are still not being educated properly. Only new ones are. But it should be an ongoing thing. Just another tax on drivers. If that's how you want to look at it. Good night, Dr. D.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, Mendy Clan. Excuse me, I mean, I would be more than happy to do a refresher style every 5-10 years or so to keep my license if it weeded out some bad drivers. It would. I'll tell you why it would. Because, especially if there was like a practical where an examiner just went round with you for an hour just to make sure that you know what you're doing. You'd be amazed how many they would be like, hang on a minute, you shouldn't be behind a wheel. It really would. The UK is not bad for speed cameras. I think the UK has more cameras per mile of road than pretty much any other country. The M25 has them like every half mile. Done the house, haven't we? I haven't done the aircon, I haven't done the green tank either. Zig, when I get round to it, mate. The massive tech part. Yeah, you know, the thing is, Photonic, is they used to hide them. They used to paint them grey and hide them. And it was only when associations like the AA got together and sat down with them and said, these are speed cameras, they're placed in positions of entrapment, this needs to stop. And they were going, no, it's for safety. So they're safety cameras. And they went, well, if they're safety cameras, then you need to place them in a prominent position and paint them bright yellow so that they can be seen, so they act as a deterrent rather than catching people doing it. Because that way they'll see it and slow down earlier anyway. So it's safer, right? And they went, yeah, you kind of got us on that one. So they had to remove about half the cameras that they'd put down because half of them didn't meet the new tests for entrapment. So they get rid of tons of cameras and then painted the rest bright yellow. And then called them safety cameras. The only speed camera that truly is effective is the average speed camera, the specs cameras. You cannot avoid them. You cannot beat them. You can't just slow down and speed up. Like, they are the most effective ones. Let's start with the new exam at the age of 50. If Belgian people 60 plus got the license gifted. Oh yeah. My stepdad, when he was alive, he said that his driving exam was hilarious. Like, it was literally like, turn up. The guy probably knew your dad anyway. He took you around the block for like 20 minutes and just went, yeah, it's fine. Just give your license. It was just ridiculous. What are those? Bandita, you can see them in Eurotruck. They're like the yellow ones that are on the road. They put them wherever they're doing ongoing roadworks now. And they'll put them every so many 100 meters. And they read the ANPR cameras, so they read your registration plate automatically. And you, like, out of a set of them, you never know which ones are active. And what they do is they read your registration plates at certain intervals and then work out what your average speed is. And if it's over the limit, they fine you. So across that entire length, that entire stretch of cameras, you can't speed because they're going to average your speed out and say, well, if you're over the limit, you're done. They're extremely effective. Aramon, thanks for 25 months. You can take 5% on top. I wouldn't like to test it, to be honest with you. In order to get your license, you had to take your driving proctor to buy lunch at McDonald's and pay for his meal. Oh my god. That guy is corrupt. The day you can buy a license like that, dark time. Oh, the A14 MP is just littered with them at the moment. Absolutely littered with it. It's been like that for years. So many ongoing works up there.